Luya and fish are related?
Luya. How?
Luya and fish.
No.
Oh, pardon, guys. This is a conspiracy. You guys are banding against me.
Chicken. Yeah.
Also, my people are from like Lake Victoria side, so some of them. No, all these questions are here. Good, whatever time it is, wherever you are. Welcome back to the Tech Room podcast. We're so happy that you managed to join us today. I am here with a very special guest, a very knowledgeable man, a very prolific writer, and I don't want to say too much, I might make him a little bit shy. So I'll let him introduce himself.
Okay, thank you so much, and thank you for having me here. My name is Zakia Samenya. Currently, I would identify myself as a student of life, a technical manager in the technical field of software development, and an AI enthusiast. Yes.
An AI enthusiast. I like that. I'm Eddie Moniki, and I'm also something of an AI enthusiast, although I fear that you might mean different things. When I say AI enthusiast, I mean I wake up in the morning, I don't know what I'm trying to eat. Gemini, ChatGPT, what are we doing?
Yeah, there are different levels to that.
There are different levels. Okay, yes. I'll try not to take that personally. All right, so let's get right into it then. First, I want to tackle a very interesting article that I saw that you wrote, and it's very reflective of the current atmosphere in Kenya, especially in regards with AI. That is the Nairobi AI void and the rapper economy. So, like I've just said earlier, you've written about the AI void in Nairobi. A lot of people are calling Nairobi the Silicon Savannah, but you're suggesting it's empty. Is the African tech scene actually innovating, or are we just becoming high-end consumers of Silicon Valley's leftovers?
In the aspect of how Nairobi is a Silicon Savannah as an AI hub that is not fully utilized, because it's not fully utilized. In this aspect, I meant how the kind of skill set that we have as a people in Nairobi, because looking through the entire Kenya, most tech enthusiasts, most people who are highly skilled in tech, some people shifted careers in to AI earlier on, years before the government even thought of things to do with artificial intelligence. Yet the people who are in government, or these individuals who are highly skilled in technology and AI environments, don't have the forefront say on how this technology is going to govern us, and how to implement this technology, and the kind of awareness that they have while interacting with these systems, training these systems throughout these years is enough knowledge to help us predict how well we can implement this technology within our locality. Yes.
Okay, perfect. You mentioned that there's a job shortage. Some would say as a direct result of the larger adaptation of AGIs. Typically a lot of jobs that, like you mentioned, interns would go for, they involved a lot of data collection, parsing it, just very rote jobs over and over again. And increasingly, in the past few years, like we just said, AGI is slowly taking over that complete space. So for somebody who is fresh out of school, not even necessarily this year, but in the next 2-3 years, because like you said, AI is developing very fast. In the next 2-3 years, someone is fresh out of school, what should they be looking to do?
Without even talking about people who are fresh out of school, we can start by people who are currently doing what they're doing right now.
Yeah.
What role are they going to take in the new digital era? Because I was reading through an article where it was described that the current jobs that we have right now, they will go. Because
it is inevitable.
Right now, artificial intelligence is at the verge of doing any redundant thing that as human beings are able to do in a corporate work environment. We've not started talking about robots because probably the AI systems will be the will bring the blow up of the robotic systems in our work environment. But currently, the redundant tasks that don't require actual human interaction to move things from one place to another, that an AI system can do, can be replaced by these AGI systems. But now there is a new angle of looking at this. These AI systems that we have currently, they are trained on broad knowledge in different domains. For example, like ChatGPT, it has knowledge in different domains, but this is a broader knowledge. And these AI systems are not tailored to the Kenyan market.
Yeah.
That's why it's a little bit not convenient to directly import these agents and integrate them in our working environment without proper training of these agents with our local data. Looking at it from this angle, these agents or these AI systems, they need redundant data of a certain structure, or they need redundant data of a certain structure to perform specific tasks. If, for example, we are aiming at a HR environment, they need more data. They need more data on that specific HR environment so that they can be more effective in that environment, and the decisions that they make are more tailored to that specific environment. But the current AI systems that we have, they have a broader view of HR systems. For example, a HR system in New York or in UK is different from an HR system in Kenya.
You bring up a very interesting line of thought.
Yes.
A lot of the things that we're using today in regards to AI are adapted from elsewhere. Most notably, the AI bill that was passed recently. It takes a lot of inspiration, for lack of a less polite word. It takes a lot of inspiration from the EU bill. Is that correct?
Yes.
How do you feel about importing European solutions to the Kenyan context, and what sort of gaps do you think that leaves?
I, 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 I can't blame us for doing that, because that's what we've always been doing. The systems that we are running, they are European based. Talking about the corporate systems, not the European based. Our constitution, most of the things are being borrowed from the European side of things and regulations. But now, even the borrowing, they still borrow and implement, leaving in a lot of gaps for manipulation of the system. That's the big problem that we are now having with our country. And to me, most people say that artificial intelligence will come and bring light to some of the things that, or some of the injustices that we are having in our local environment. To some point, that is true. That is true. But on the other hand, we need to look at the trust and relationship that we have amongst ourselves as humans, because um, over the years we've seen that yes, we might be having proper laws and regulations to govern these systems, but who has the final key? Who has the key of switching in laws and tuning in laws to suit their own interest?
That's very true. That's very true. I saw that during the launch of, I believe it was one of these AI regulation bills, the commissioner proposed a digital OB, whereby instead of now going to the police station, you just have your phone, you report whatever crime that's happening, and hopefully from there the process continues as normal. Do you think that? Okay, I have two questions actually in regards to this, but I want to ask the first one first. In this specific approach, whereby already we have a physical system that people say is the cause of a lot of corruption, they say this is where a lot of the injustices happen, in that gap of time between you going to the police station and them recording it down accurately and correctly. So if we're moving from this physical system to the digital system, like was proposed to launch in, I think, roughly 3 months or so. What possible risks do you see for us just moving our existing infrastructure to the digital OB and utilizing AI for that?
It's a very interesting question you've asked, and this is one problem that we have with our government, or probably with the total digital space and social media, because it's always one side of the narrative that is being sold. The good part that will benefit, that seems as if it will benefit the local mwananchi. But breaking it down and looking at the technicalities, we don't have the necessary countermeasures for the negative impact that might arise due to deployment of such a system. And this is one main challenge that even the global community is having with artificial intelligence. No one has the kill switch. And there are predictions that we might lose control of these systems, because there are systems that they learn based on the current data and the historical data that has always been there. Then make decisions, and coming up with new ideas is more of their superpower.
Earlier in our conversation, you mentioned the way that Africa, Kenya specifically, has always done things is something will be implemented in the West, and then we sort of draw inspiration from that and use that to fuel our own infrastructure, our own systems, our own regulations. Up until this point in time, Kenya on the African continent is one of the leaders when it comes to AI, when it comes to how it's being regulated. And we're actually doing something that I'm really happy is the AI literacy initiative. But despite positive parts like this AI literacy initiative, in this rush to sort of catch up to the West and be number one in Africa in regards to AI, are we taking ethical shortcuts in Africa that perhaps wouldn't fly in a Western country such as Europe?
In Africa, I think we are in a rush globally, and we are shifting that rush we are borrowing that rush from the global community without actually looking at the proper implications of our current actions. This means that if AI is to spearhead development within our country, we would be the first in Africa. But if it comes with a heavy challenge, we would be the first people to be hit. So we need to look at both sides of the coin.
Okay. How would we prevent AI from becoming like an ultimate tool? Because you mentioned we have over 50 million possible data points that we're providing to the AI as AI is being used. How can we stop it from becoming like sort of the ultimate tool for corporate surveillance in a region where our data privacy laws are lacking in some areas?
Two things. First, we need to slow down. Yes.
Hey, people are not going to be happy to hear say
First, we need to
that
slow down.
we need to slow down.
We need to slow down. Yeah, because the adrenaline rush is crazy. We need to really slow down and understand what we're doing. Look at both sides of the coin. The second thing is on as humans.
Yeah.
This is a technology that we as humanity have. We have a chance of shaping this technology and how it will interact with us in the future. So the ball falls on our court as much as it falls on.
As much as it falls anywhere else.
It falls on the people developing the technology, because them what they need is just to increase the infrastructure, and currently AI is self-developing.
Okay, thank you. Not surprisingly, not surprisingly, it is a very insightful answer, and I appreciate it. Right now, the typical path for decades has been you go to primary, go to high school, go to university. Once you get to university, you choose a path in which you're going to specialize in. If you make it to university, you choose a path in which you're going to specialize in, study for your 4, 5, 6 years, graduate, enter the career that has corresponded to whichever path it is that you've chosen. But now, if we're in sort of a situation whereby a new job is created today requiring this level of skill set, and then tomorrow it's obsolete, tomorrow it's not required. Is that only an issue that's going to affect people who have basic skill levels, or is that something that's eventually going to propagate upwards?
So you remember I mentioned that currently people who are in university right now probably we don't know the kind of job market they'll be getting into,
Yes.
because maybe the job market that they think that they'll be going into will already be taken over by artificial intelligence. And I think the people who came up with the CBC, they saw a future in how the job market is going to change. Looking at how CBC is teaching our kids is more of items that involve direct human interactions, hard skills job that might not actually require word-based things like farming, getting to understand carpentry, masonry, all that kind of thing.
More artisanal jobs.
More artisan jobs. And for us to be safe in this AI era, now it's that time to take that second skill that you have. You see? But it's going to be rough for people who didn't go through that process.
They did. A pivoting slightly back to sort of, I feel like your field of interest slash expertise. A lot of the no, this that would have been a leading question. Let me not do that. Let me ask a general question instead. What does the AI infrastructure look like in Kenya?
I wouldn't say much about the infrastructure of AI in Kenya. One thing that I would say is that probably one thing that we are not being told is there will be a major bump in AI infrastructure in Kenya.
Okay, so
Due how the kind of deals that we are seeing the government is having. AI, for a powerful AI system to run, we need data. Kenya has a lot of digital data. And the second is you need data centers. And the data centers run with a lot of power. That's why there is a talk for nuclear energy in Kenya. So probably this is not something that it takes someone who really understands what it takes to build such a system, to piece up everything that the government is doing, to predict at least it may be something is cooking here. But that also comes with another implication, because for the data centers, there are also other risks that are related to that.
very true, very true.
And this needs to be communicated to the local community that will be living around the data center. And proper orientation and civic education needs to be done on how to manage these data centers and nuclear plants. But so far, we are seeing good news of how we are going to be having nuclear plants, we are going to be having data centers, but we don't see the other part of education and civil education to the local wananchi on the potential impacts and how to stay safe in such kind of environments.
Perfect, perfect. So, the fact that there's no protections for the monarchy at this level, anyway, at this point in time, is a very worrying thing in and of itself. Is there any other thing that you find very, like, in Akuma Roho, like it's very concerning in, like, let's say the next 5 years? Over the next 5 years, what would you say is the thing you're most afraid of regarding the AI landscape?
Probably one thing that I'm most afraid of is the art of us not knowing.
The art of
Yes. We can't blame ourselves because we've been manipulated by the media. And it has drawn a lot of conversations about AI systems. And there is no enough transparency in matters regarding AI and where we are heading with artificial intelligence. the people at the top who are supposed to be giving us direction on how things are supposed to be going, both locally and internationally. Locally, it seems like maybe they have an idea or they don't, because we are not getting proper communication on where we are heading, and with a lot of gaps that we are seeing in implementations of the laws, and how the government is already using AI systems, and the potential use of AI systems. And globally, we are looking at the conversation that the top CEOs have on social platforms. It gives a clear division of we don't actually know where our future is with artificial intelligence. All we have to do is wait and see.
Okay. If you had the opportunity, matter of fact, take this as an opportunity. You have one of the leading members of one of these governing bodies to do AI. Let's say, Senator Karen, is right here in front of you. Has done presented the AI regulation bill. What amendments or adjustments would you tell them to make?
I won't specifically say any adjustment that needs to be made. I would ask professionals.
That's the advice you give them. You'd say go talk to the professionals.
I would ask professionals who have been in this field, who know, and inclusivity of local Mwananchi, because I saw the ICT Authority of Kenya they had a public participation form
Yeah.
for the AI bill, of which the timing also don't add up. Because public participation form inaisha, then the next week the AI bill is presented. So you get to wonder, was any feedback from the participation form used in drafting the bill? And you get to wonder also, when will this data be used? So basically, it's just a matter of slowing down and getting to understand what we are doing. Because it seems at the point where we are in right now, it seems like everyone is in a rush of, let me be the one with the powerful technology. Looking at the global markets, same thing is happening. China and US, who is going to deploy their systems faster, and which one is more capable? Because as I had mentioned before, robotics also fully depend on AI systems. And with the proper breakthrough in AI systems, it can be easily integrated with robotic systems. And if that happens, it's an entire change in scale of what AI systems can do.
So it's like this space race all over again. Everybody's fighting to get out ahead.
Yes. And that's what's
Seems to be
killing
down.
us.
That is what it is. So slow down
Slow down.
and talk to the experts.
Yes.
Okay. Maybe they're listening. So guys, I hope you've heard. Slow down, talk to the experts. We've been taking a very top level view of things. We've been talking from the perspectives of builders, we've been talking from the perspectives of CEO, and as both people who have experience in the software engineering, the software development sphere, we've been having this conversation at a very granular level. I want us to sort of adjust our perspective a little bit and put ourselves into the shoes for somebody who all they know about AI is that it exists. All they know about AI is when they type something into Google, it's like a first query that pops up. For a typical user like that, just a normal everyday person who has very little interaction with IT on the level of how it works, how can they use AI?
So AI systems are what they've done is break down the junky code base text to a simple text-based communication that any human can communicate and execute tasks. It bridges the gap of that technicality. The same way you can tell a project manager that I need a system that can do this and this and this, then the project manager translates that to the development team and the UI designer, UI UX team with the testing team, and then deploy a site. Now AI systems bridges that gap. once you have the idea and the proper structure of drafting your prompt and communicating to these AI systems, that's all you need right now.
So you just need to have the idea in your
Yes.
head. I noticed that one of your skills, one of your areas of specialty, if I might use that term, is being a prompt engineer. Two things. One, could you quickly break down what being a prompt engineer is? And then two, any specific, without revealing too many trade secrets, are there any specific guidelines that somebody should follow as they're creating this prompt? So first, tell the people what the prompt engineering is.
So, in a nutshell, prompt engineering is coming up with well-structured prompts that communicate effectively to the AI systems.
And the prompt is just the paragraph that you're typing into the chat box. Okay.
Technically, it might be different AI systems have different ways of working on prompts. Even prompt engineers also work with integrating AGIs in workspaces, because whatever instructions that you are giving AGIs, those instructions come from a prompt engineer. And what a prompt engineer does is to understand what you want to do with this AI system and understand all the technicalities, all the rules, the do's and don't do's, then come up with a well-structured prompt that probably can communicate best with an AI system, fill the gaps of hallucination, so that when you run the prompt at one go, you get the most accurate result that you desire.
Wow, perfect.
So prompt engineering is in two main let me say three main formats. One is the attachments. These are the files that you need for the prompt. These for basic prompt engineering, the attachments. Then there is a system prompt, and there is a user prompt. So the system prompt is where you define all the technicalities, the do's, the don't do's. You define the context of the conversation. For example, if you are in sales, or if it's something to do with research, a specific domain, most people usually start by telling the AI that the specific domain by a simple statement like, you are an AI researcher in this specific domain. That's one simple system instruction. It sets the base of the conversation.
Okay.
Yes.
And then you also mentioned the user prompt.
The user prompt now is the question that you are asking the AI tool to produce the desired result. Now, nile sasa, you've given the information required. Now ask your question.
Okay, perfect. I think you even just answered both of my questions in one. So if somebody wants to effectively use whatever AI it is they're using, and I think this is actually quite a good way to sort of wrap this up, this whole discussion that we've been having. If somebody wants to effectively use the AI system, they need to give it the do's, they need to give it the don'ts, and they need to give it the context. And then from there, now they can ask the question.
Yes.
Perfect.
And if you are not even perfect at it, you can ask an AI tool to generate for you a user prompt and a system prompt. And then you ask the AI tool to identify if there are any gaps in the...
So you say, do this, no mistakes. And then
Yes. If there are any mistakes, ask and I'll answer how you can fill them out.
Okay, yeah, guys, I hope you're listening. You just need to have a vague idea of the fact that there's something like a system prompt and a user prompt, and AI will do the rest.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. This has been a very enlightening discussion. I've learned quite a good amount. On to the game section now.
What are the games about?
I don't even know.
I will give you a brief. It's actually very easy because we've had a very intense conversation. So I picked something easy.
There's a game I saw where you play connecting words. So you can start with say cake, and then he says baking. and then you get another one in the same context. Not really just supposed to connect to the next one.
So that it can form a sentence.
Sorry?
So that it can form a full sentence.
Not
just
really.
just connected.
Like related. So
Yes.
if I said
Cake
plant
baking.
and then like flower, for
Yes.
example.
If it says
Pot.
flower, you can
Exactly.
replace pot.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can go with plant, and then he's supposed to say a connecting word to the one you said. So until one of you taps out.
You strike.
Okay, the connecting one. I'm sorry. Light.
Bulb.
Onion.
Chopping board.
Knife.
Sharpener.
Pencil.
Sharpener.
Give him that first one. That one got me. Start us off for round 2.
What are your hobbies?
What are my hobbies? I read, I swim, I listen to music. Yeah.
Okay. Fish.
Luya. That's what it Luya.
Huh?
Luya.
Louis and fish are related.
How?
Luya and fish. Oh, pardon, guys. This is a conspiracy. You guys are banding against me.
Chicken.
Yeah.
Unajua, my people are from like Lake Victoria side. Some of them. No, all these questions are here. Wait, two in a row of lots.
Okay. You can say fish luya. Okay.
No, it's fine. So that goes to our end as well, okay?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, the game is rigged. You guys work with me, not you. Okay, let me think. Mombasa.
Pwani.
Beach.
Resorts.
Lobster.
Lobster. Crackers.
You couldn't have just let me have that one. Crackers. Crisps.
Fry.
Plantain.
Roots.
Reggae.
Music.
Band.
Show.
Man.
Woman.
Child.
Play. Child play.
Game.
Rigged.
Elections.
Rigged.
My brain has fried.
He can't have two at the same time. Oh, he can't repeat
Oh,
the
it's
same
not a-
game. No, he can't repeat the same
So I
one.
lost.
They say it's only a crime the second time someone does it. The first
First
time.
one lets you.
Well, so politics,
Game.
AI,
Tool.
who,
Mine.
yours. Mine. Like okay, wait. Gold. Plate. Rice.
Cooker.
Hey guys, three in a row.
Yeah.
I think this is the first time I've lost a game in such manner about it. I'm conceding defeat. Alright, so that has been the Tech Room podcast, guys. We've had such a wonderful time. We've had such a wonderful discussion. I hope.
Yeah.
Okay, I can just be saying things from all perspectives. Go check us out on every single piece of social media that you're on. Go look at us on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, TikTok, LinkedIn, wherever you waste your time doing scrolling, we're there. Listen to us. Maybe learn something interesting. Thank you again so much, Bonazakis. Bon, Amen.
The pleasure is mine.
Please,
Engineer.
Amen.
No.
You've heard, very important guy. We will see you guys next time.